Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Stellar Blade is making some more impact today throughout the game journalist Twitter sphere. So they released a new patch. This patch included a boss challenge mode, but surprisingly, it actually released a couple of outfits that we weren't aware was coming, and I'm surprised. I think they did a really good job with this. I think they made a lot of people happy. Some not so much. But let's go ahead and read this article by Paul Tassi, who I do question sometimes with some of the statements that he makes on Twitter. Maybe he doesn't know what real women are. I don't know. Either way, let's get into it. All right, so Stellar Blade patch, boss rush mode, and uncensored outfits by Paul Tassi. All right, so Stellar Blade has gotten into its first major patch, which adds some significant new challenging content and ends what was one of its most bizarre controversies at launch. Here's what's been added. A boss rush mode. This is a new challenge where players are tasked with fighting all games bosses in different settings as a new pursuit. This challenge rewards what else? A brand new outfit in the game, the Neuralink set seen below. It's a cute outfit, I'm not gonna lie. And this was needed, to be honest with you, because I do know my thoughts after I beat the game on my first playthrough. I was pumped. I loved the boss fights. I wanted to go through and do some of the boss fights and harder fights again, but they didn't have a way of doing that. You couldn't have multiple save files where you save the game at certain spots where you can kind of hop into it and do a battle right after that. And there was no other mode to go back and have these challenging boss fights. So I'm glad they added this. I think it was needed. So that's a positive. And quality of life, they added a few things like auto lock on. Okay, I'm not really that worried about that. I mean, yeah, it is nice, but it wasn't a huge pain for me, at least with my play style. An option to show the compass in the HUD. Okay. And they've increased the time limit for puzzles. Okay, well, I can see some people having an issue with that. It was close for me on certain puzzles. I eventually got better at them, so I never had a problem unlocking them, but some people might. The Kunoichi outfits. There are 2 new outfits that the game says can be obtained at Adam's safe house, but I just got, so when I logged in, just like he's about to say, I got prompted that I got them as soon as I logged in. They were automatically added to my inventory. I could actually equip them if I wanted to. I didn't have to like spend resources to create the outfits. Like usually you'll buy the pattern and then you have to unlock the outfit by, crafting it. And we didn't have to do that. They were automatically added to your inventory. They're okay. They're cute. I'm a perv. I like risque outfits. But they're cute. Don't get me wrong. I won't play the game wearing them, but they're cute. If I saw my wife in them, damn straight I wouldn't be complaining. And then uncensored outfits. I don't like what he does here. He puts it in quotations. It says, here we go. After months of complaints that Stellar Blade has been censored, presumably at Sony's behalf, in regard to 2 of these outfits in particular, well, they've ended that dispute. Shift Up maintained that the on-disc outfits were not the intended final outcome for those outfits. So the tiny amount of extra fabric added was not out of censorship concerns. It was just a design choice. There are plenty of even more revealing outfits in the game. So that last part is true. There definitely are more. Okay, I don't want to say more revealing. They are revealing in different ways. What I've noticed is except for the swimsuit, in other words, the swimsuit has cleavage, but a lot of the other outfits, the cleavage is covered up. There are some like I guess you could call it latex, but there are some that are very revealing, but they don't have the open cleavage. That seemed to be what initially they were trying to cover up, was the cleavage and a little bit of the skin around the hip area. But how revealing, like how skin tight and how much the jiggle physics and all that impacted things, they didn't seem to care. And I don't understand why some of these they let go and allowed, and others they didn't. I don't know the process as well. To me, as an average guy who games as a hobby and who's not in the industry, I would have thought that your intended design would be what was printed onto the disc. I can't imagine you'd get so far as print the disc and say, oh, well, we didn't finish the design on this outfit. Let's go ahead and change that. I don't know. To me, that doesn't make sense. I would think that the intended design would be what's printed to the disc unless you are forced after the fact to make a change. Who knows? Let me show you one of the outfits that I think is very revealing, and I actually played the game with. Okay, so I found a video clip that I recorded. This is the outfit I finished the game in. And you'll notice that it doesn't have cleavage, per se, because it's covered. Hold on, let's go back. Well, hold on, I'll let it play out. But it doesn't have the cleavage like the bunny outfit did prior to adding the little piece of cloth. I'll get to a point where you can see it really good. Okay. All right, so as you can see, it's covered. It's almost like a skin suit. I mean, it's almost like it's painted on. So don't get me wrong, it is very revealing. But I don't know why the outfits that they seem to censor, it was covering up the cleavage. I don't know if that played into it or not. I don't know. I'm speculating because honestly, nobody is going to trust what anybody says on this, whether it's Sony, whether it's these game journalists, whether it's Shift Up. I don't know. Paul Tousey goes on to talk about what was going on with the whole controversy about the outfits and the Free Stellar Blade campaign. Stellar Blade released 2 new outfits. They're not changing the original outfits. They are staying the same, but these 2 new outfits are essentially variants of the censored outfits, with the censored bits removed, aka they are very revealing in the pelvis and chest regions, as apparently nature intended it. See, you see the little attitude in the sentence there. I mean, he's a dick. I mean, heaven forbid somebody wants something that he doesn't think is important, right? I mean, that's what this boils down to. He doesn't think it's important, or he didn't want it, or he doesn't like it. So automatically, it's pointless. These people are gooners. These people are porn addicts. These people just want to fap to things. He doesn't seem to have any capability of just saying, you know what? That's your taste. Cool. You do you. He doesn't have that ability. Essentially, everyone who is upset about this is considering it a win. Well, it is. Though some are still saying uncensor the original outfits. Unfortunately, yes, because at this point, look, they're not going to go back and change the original outfit. They're not going to do it. This was their way of saying they're sorry and giving you what you wanted without going back and changing something and just having everybody say, see, we told you. Look, they were trying to save face, okay? They heard you. Be happy. You got what you wanted about you. Okay, you got 75 to 80% of what you wanted. Okay, they heard you. You got to be happy with that. And I do agree with him at this point. The people who are still saying uncensor the original outfits, like that even matters anymore with the release of these. I agree. You pick these up from Roxanne, so you don't have to do anything for these. If I would imagine you have to probably max out Roxanne's relationship with her, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. I was already maxed out, but they were automatically there. So I don't know if they're there if you're at stage 1 or if you're at stage 3. Either way, they were cheap. They only cost 10 Vitacoin each, and you have to craft them like you do every other one. But they're very easy to acquire. Now, here's what one looks like, and I'll show you a short video clip of it. Telling you. Look at that. Now that is nice. This is what the original Holiday Bunny outfit would have been. They added a little bit around the neck. Almost looks like she has like some sort of, I don't know what I would call it, but she's wearing something underneath that kind of goes up under her breast. It's very nice. She's got stockings on, which the original Holiday outfit did not have, but I'm not complaining. To me, that looks nice. I like it. Paul Tassi goes on to say, I said this when all this was unfolding, that I figured Shift Up would eventually do something like this, either changing the original outfits or doing what they're doing here. They are a company that is absolutely forthright about their intention to make sexy characters and demands that outfits weren't sexy enough in a game full of extremely sexy outfits was probably always going to lead them to go, okay, sure, whatever. There are sexier versions, so here we are. See, here's the thing. He's right. They are forthright about their intention to make sexy characters. And he even said that, you know, it's a game that's full of extremely sexy outfits already. So I don't understand why they even changed these outfits to be. It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. So I'm glad that they did this. Now he goes on to lament this change. And here's what he says. The bad part of this is that the culture war folks have been rewarded for their frankly ridiculous campaign lambasting this game, the developers, Sony, everyone for the original outfit changes as some sort of conspiracy which did not exist. He doesn't know that it didn't exist. Now, we got what the devs told us, but what are they going to say? Are they really going to throw Sony under the bus? No, they're not going to. They're not going to do that at all. Sony is basically putting their game out. And they're dependent on Sony to put out any potential future games if they wanted to keep going the same route, because this game has been extremely successful for them. So they're not going to throw Sony under the bus. Like I said, there's nothing they could have said that anybody was going to believe. It's just the way it is. Because look, all you have to do is look at Sony's history. Look at the games that they censor and the things that they've done versus other platforms where the games have not been censored. You cannot be faulted for making an assumption, right or wrong, but making an assumption that Sony is the one behind those changes. You're just going off of past history. Proof is in the pudding, as you could say, I guess. So the outfits themselves are fine. Again, there are a dozen outfits, at least this revealing in the game, but this being a reward for this group and their behavior is not a great look. Look, he doesn't like the people behind the Free Stellar Blade movement. He doesn't. This has become very political because there are a lot of people out there who hate censorship in video games, period. There are other people out there that think censorship is okay as long as you're censoring the stuff I don't like. But if you dare censor the stuff I do like, all hell will be raised at that point. And see, that's the problem. There's no principle there. It's their way or the highway, and that's not what gamers want. Let the devs make their vision. Let the people buy the game if they like the devs' vision. It's as simple as that. You don't need to censor anything. As long as it's not illegal, as long as you rate it properly, I don't care. Anyway, the big thing is the boss rush mode. I disagree. I think that's big, don't get me wrong, but I think these outfits are also big. I think they put a lot of happiness back into a lot of people, and there are people who I know for a fact they returned and didn't play the original game because of this change in a day one patch, and now have went back since and got the game, and they've started playing it because of this new patch here where they put out essentially the uncensored versions of the outfit. So hey, I think Shift Up did a good job. I think they listened to their customers, and these game journalists can cry about all they want. But look, stop censorship. It's that easy. Let game devs make whatever they want. And here's the thing with Sony. We see the type of games that they approve and the games that they want to censor. For whatever reason, realistic games, they're okay with allowing nudity and other things through sex scenes. But if it's an anime game or an anime stylish game, a game similar to this style as well, or just an outright anime game, they censor the crap out of it. They really do. I don't know why that is. They're the ones that essentially let that, sex scene in Last of Us 2 go. But these little cleavage outfits, they initially were forcing censorship on. For whatever reason, I'm glad that it was reversed. And so I really hope going forward, Sony stops with this censorship crap. I really do. I hope the game journalists stop clutching pearls every time they see a beautiful and attractive woman. And so, yeah, it was a win. I hope you guys are playing this game. The new patch is great. The outfits are sexy, as you saw from the clip. I've been playing it. And I plan to dip my foot into the challenge boss mode here pretty soon. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button down below. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more content as it comes out. Talk to you guys next time.